Resilience is suffering strategically managed. The analogy that he gave was when you're running a marathon, and then in like the first 5K, you get a little rock in your shoe. And then a lot of people will be like, oh, I'm just going to grind the rock down, and you just got to keep running with it in there. And like, I'm just going to keep pushing forward. It's like, you can still be resilient because you're going to go through the marathon, but it's okay to take the rock out of your shoe. So it's not just absolutely miserable because you're strategically managing the stress that you're putting yourself through. And so it's doing the most effective thing while putting yourself through massive amount of stress, and you're kind of choosing it to make sure that it's actually beneficial for what you're going to go through. And I'm like, dang, that sounds so much like us. Like sometimes we're just like, just freaking grind it out, just keep that rock in there, and you're gonna keep pushing on it and like making it more difficult. And I like the pain. It's like, just freaking take the rock out of your shoe, dude. And finish the marathon. You're still running 100 miles and doing it. But anyway, I think it was just a good reminder for me personally to like, it's okay to still strategically do the stuff that's going to get you to go faster, easier. Like, easier is a hard word for us, but easier. You're still going to do the hard things, and you're going to make it easier on yourself to do the hard things, because running with rocks in your shoes is probably more difficult than running without them, but you're still going to do the hard things. So anyway, I thought that would be helpful it was helpful for me, and I thought it'd be very helpful for you guys, because I think a lot of us just do that stuff. It's hard. Just keep grinding. What do you think? What do you guys think? Now, Luis takes the rock out of his shoe, and then he puts it right back in. He literally did that one time. He was like, I was like, dude, there's a big rock in your shoe. He's like, oh, I kind of like it there. He put it back.
When you're a kid, it's like sit down, shut up, do this homework, that sort of thing. So then I bring that sort of mentality forward with me sometimes. And so like if I actually am free, if I actually am unburdened by the rock because I don't have it in my shoe, then that feels uncomfortable. That feels weird. Like, oh my gosh, I don't have to just struggle through this thing because that's what the teacher says or whatever. Like those really deep-seated things. It's actually sometimes can be even harder to just be expressive, to just run the race without being focused on, oh, my feet hurt, and like just truly being laser locked in on whatever the goal is, whatever the mission is. Because I don't know, that's just something that I experienced. I think I've heard the term success barrier. I think I've heard that term different places, where it's like actually the successful part, like the winning part, can be hard. Not because, I mean, winning is hard, but like even letting it land that like, dude, I'm a winner. Like I'm running this marathon and I'm doing well at it. Sometimes for those like really deep-seated programmings. Yeah, so just it's uncomfortable to have the rock in the shoe, but sometimes it's like even less, like even more uncomfortable to be like, oh my gosh, I am free, let's go. Like, so it's a weird thing that I experience for myself sometimes.
We focus on a lot here is consistency and like strengthening. It's like doing the same thing to create a groove, to create like a personality, to create certainty. And then there's also like taking the rock out of the shoe kind of thing is like taking a week and going somewhere different, and like going to a seminar or going to some, other country or whatever, and like learning something new so that you can come back a little bit different than you were before, like a little bit more transformed. It's like transformation versus strengthening.
I think the rock in the shoe is a really good analogy. Like that's not beneficial to finishing the race. Just like I said, it's holding you back from the ultimate goal. So if you get set in your mind that I am resilient, I am going to push through, it's actually going to hold you back from the end goal. But if you get, a cramp like most runners do in the middle of a marathon, that's something you're going to have to push through. It's just like picking and choosing the battles. Yeah, I know I get caught in that a lot. Like I'm just going to push through, and it's not promoting the most growth.
Yeah, I like how he said it, just the strategy of it. It's literally just strategically thinking about which one's going to be the best, because technically you could still finish the race with the rock in your shoe. You're going to end up more damaged. It's going to be a lot more difficult. You could still finish it. And so it's just strategically choosing how you want to actually go about doing it. You could do it in extreme pain, or you could do it as whatever pain is, like, like you said, you get a cramp or something, you have to push through it. That still could happen, but you're actively choosing to let it be painful for you when all you have to do is stop and take it out. And then you're like, all right, well, now I can do the pain as it comes up, as opposed to like just putting yourself through that. So, what do you think, buddy? Does it resonate with you at all in any way?
Yeah, it just makes me think about like where and what areas the rock is in my shoe, so I can take it out.
Amen, buddy.